Hey everybody, how are you today? I am here to talk about dormant plants and the benefits of planting them both for you and your plants. So first I have a blueberry from Bushel and Berry, and I want to show you what a dormant plant looks like. So when you pull it out of the box, it'll be in a white plastic bag. Your bag should have holes in it for air circulation. The plant is dormant. So the plant is asleep. The plant is not dead, even though the sticks on it are brown. When you take it out of the bag, it may look to you like it's not healthy, but I promise you this plant is just asleep. It's what it looks like in your zone in the winter time. And so by shipping you a plant, or by you getting a dormant plant, you're getting a head start on the season. And when you plant it, the plant will spend its energy growing its roots rather than trying to take care of its transplant shock by taking it out of the pot that it was growing in. So there's a lot of advantages to planting a dormant plant. Not only is it easier on you because it's a little bit smaller of a package, but it's also going to be easier on the plant. So don't worry if your plant looks like this coming out of the bag. It's healthy and ready to grow. Well, let's say you bought this and then there's a cold snap, or you just can't get to it. You've got something going on that weekend. Don't worry. That is another benefit of a dormant plant. Just store your pot right here like it is in the box with the bag in a cool, dark place. Somewhere that's between 40 and 60 degrees Fahrenheit. We don't want the sunlight to hit it, and we don't want to bump it above 60. That will spur it to start growing. You can store it in a cellar, garage, shed, or an unheated basement. And check on your plants once or twice a week to ensure that the roots are staying moist. By being in this bag, it'll keep it nicely protected, but just check on it to make sure it has enough water. If your plants arrive in a box in a white plastic bag like this, take it out of the bag and make sure there are little holes in the bag. Mine has a few slits in it, but you may just want to take a pencil or a small paper clip and poke some holes in it to allow for air circulation. If you see that your plant has actually sprouted, so let's take a look at what it looks like, a plant that's actually sprouted. Here we have a blackberry. If you take a look inside your bag or your box and see that you have green sprouts like this, what you're going to want to do is take it out of the bag. You can't plant it immediately. Just make sure you open it up like this and expose it to some sunlight. When the leaves are out, it is ready to grow. So even if you can't plant it right away, go ahead and take it out of the bag. If you can, in an ideal situation, you'd put it in a container at that moment, or you get it in the ground. But just make sure you check on it when you bring it home to see if it has sprouted or if it's still in its dormant phase, and then you'll know what your next steps are if you can't get it in the ground right away. All right, let's talk about planting. First, you want to dig a hole large enough to encompass the roots without bending or circling. That's the real benefit of getting one of these dormant plants, is that it's a smaller hole that you have to dig. Next, you'll want to set the plant in place so that the crown, or the part of the plant where the root meets the stem, is about 1 to 2 inches below the soil surface. Then you backfill using some of that great, really nice soil, pat it into place. When planting a blueberry, amend the soil with peat or another soil acidifier, as blueberries like acidic soil. Do not fertilize at planting until you start to see green shoots coming off of the plant. Cover it with soil, back to the soil surface, and then water thoroughly. Please do not plant them until the soil is workable in spring. Refer to the map on the box that you received to figure out the best time that is for you in your area. So dormant pruning is easier on you and easier on the plant. But when can you expect to see fruit? Well, with strawberries, you'll get fruit in about 6 to 10 weeks from planting in this season. Strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, and raspberries are all perennial, so they'll come back year after year better than ever. With your blueberries, you'll get fruit on the old wood this season. And then next season, you'll start to see new shoots coming up out of the ground to give you a fuller, bushier plant. And raspberries and blackberries will also give you fruit from your old dormant canes, and the following year, you'll get new canes that emerge. So So that's when you can expect to see fruit. You will see fruit this year on your dormant plants, but remember, these are all perennial and they'll get better year after year. So pick a spot for your berries that are in full sun and give them plenty of room to grow. Follow the instructions on planting when the time is for you to plant and these directions, and you'll have delicious berries all summer long. Happy planting!